Our story begins in 1893 with the introduction of Cunard's latest vessels, Campania and Lucania. The two ships are the largest and fastest ships in the world at the time. That is, until North German Lloyd introduces the Kaiser Wilhelm der Grosse in 1897. Kaiser Wilhelm der Grosse is the largest and fastest ship in the world at the time, as well as being the first four-funneled ship. In 1899, White Star Line introduces the Oceanic. This is the largest ship in the world at the time. Around this time, Cunard is making humble immigrant liners to keep making a profit. They aren't too concerned about their ships being dethroned in size, speed, and luxury until 1902, when American businessman by the name of J.P. Morgan starts the International Mercantile Marine Company, or IMM for short. The purpose of the IMM is to buy Atlantic shipping companies so they can stop wasting time competing. However, Cunard sees that the IMM is planning to monopolize the transatlantic trade, so they go to the British government and request a few pounds to build two new liners. The British government agrees under two conditions. They must have a top speed of at least 24 knots and can be converted to an armed merchant cruiser in the event of a war. On Lusitania and Mauritania's deck plans, there are spaces for possible gun mounts. And as for getting a speed over 24 knots, just put a traditional expansion steam engine. However, these ships were meant to be huge, so Cunard was unsure if an expansion steam engine could power them at high speed. In 1897, Queen Victoria showed off the Royal Navy at the Spithead Naval Review. At the Naval Review was a steamboat designed by Charles Parsons. Parsons had also designed a brand new engine for Turbinia, which was the revolutionary new steam turbine. Turbinia was fast, with a top speed of 34 knots. The steam turbine seemed like a perfect choice for Cunard's new liners. However, they just wanted to test it first. Luckily for them, they had two new liners being built, named Caronia and Carmania. Since Caronia would be finished first, Cunard fitted her with an expansion steam engine. Carmania was fitted with a steam turbine. Carmania was 1 knot faster than Caronia, so Cunard decided to go with the steam turbine. Lusitania had a gross registered tonnage of 31,550, beam of 87, draft of 33, depth of 34. She had steam turbines powering 4 triple-bladed propellers. She could carry 2,198 passengers and 850 crew. Her keel was laid down on August 17, 1904, at the John Brown & Co. in Clivebank, Scotland. For the next 2 years, workers would build up the hull until January 7, 1906, when finally all the plates had been added with the rivets connecting them. After all that hard work for 2 years, the Lusitania was ready to be launched. And on that day, June 7, 1906, hundreds gathered to see the launching of the Lusitania, as Mary Inverclyde christened the Lusitania. And with the crash of a champagne bottle, Lusitania rolled down the slipway into the Clivebank River. The pride of Scotland had been successfully launched. Shortly after launch, Lusitania was towed to dry dock, where she was fitted out for passenger service. This included the installation of her funnels and as well as her interiors. And speaking of funnels, Lusitania was the first British four-funneled ocean liner, and on August 26, 1907, Lusitania was ready for passenger service. The Lusitania's career had begun.